Hello, fifth graders. This is Hannah. Hi. I just wanted to say hi and let you guys know I miss you so much. And I do think you've probably already heard that we are not going back to school for the rest of this year. The governor has gone ahead and said we're out for the rest of the year. So I will miss you guys all so much. And I am excited though to continue to help you learn through these times in any way that I can. Keep using all of our platforms that we've been using, keep watching the videos, keep asking questions. Anything you guys need, just let me know, okay? Today's video is going to be about the Cartesian coordinate system. Well, say what? Really crazy, right? Or you guys can just call it the coordinate plane. You guys have probably heard of the coordinate plane before. Coordinate plane looks about like this. Now, does it look familiar? Not that scary, okay? This is a Cartesian coordinate system or a coordinate plane. All right. We're going to talk about some of the basics of a Cartesian coordinate system, coordinate plane. Starting with, how do you make one? What is it? Well, it is basically how to find a location. So these are actually used when you have grids on a map. It's basically the same thing. We can use them for plotting numbers in math as well, which is what the purpose of me teaching it to you is for fifth grade. This system is made up mostly of two lines being the most important part. This horizontal, how do I know which way is horizontal? Horizontal, think of a horizon. When you look out to a horizon, there's your little ocean, there's your sun, you got some fish or a big shark in here. That's your horizon. So that's a horizontal line, okay? We call this line X. Well, then you have your vertical line. All right, we call this line Y. And you can remember this as Y to the sky. I like to just think of the horizontal line, but if you like this, X to the left, it might help you remember X is left and right, Y to the sky, okay? Why do I have, please tell me I started this video, okay, good. Whew. Why do I have arrows? Well, the arrows are there because when you have lines, you indicate whether or not they stop. So you guys remember this is a line segment. We're not talking about line segments. We're talking about infinite possibility. These lines could go on forever because numbers can go on forever, all right? So when you think about a line, you need to make sure you understand that these numbers don't stop. This is the basic idea. It breaks this up now into 4 spots. These are called our coordinates. I'm sorry, quadrants. Our quadrants. Coordinates is the spot on the map. Our quadrants. Now, the first one is the top right. The second is the top left. The third is the bottom left. And the fourth is the bottom right. These are your quadrants. These are what we call Roman numerals, okay? This is basically the way that you indicate what quadrant they are. So if you were to have something, plotted here, and they didn't even ask you what the coordinates was, they just asked you which quadrant is it in. This is in the first quadrant, okay? If I was to put something here, this is in the second quadrant, all right? There's another extremely important piece. This spot where these two lines intersect, we call this the point of origin. It is neither x, y, anything. It is 0, 0. It is just the point of origin. That is where it is. That is where everything builds out from. So from here, just like a number line, if this is 0 on a number line, what's this going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. If this is 0 on a number line, and I'm going the opposite direction, what's this going to be? -1, -2, -3. We have two number lines though. And if I have a number line that goes up and down, and right here is 0, what's above 0? 1, 2, 3, your positive numbers. So what's below 0? Your negative numbers. Okay? So anything you have inside here, any numbers. So let's find where this one is. If I start with my x, this is called an ordered pair. You're going to have two numbers, your x and your y. Okay? So let's find x first. Here's this one. Let's count over where this is. 1, 2, 3. It's at 3 when I count over to the right. So it's 3. And how far up does it go? 1, 2. So my y is 2. Always x before y, or x, y, just like in the alphabet, x, y. Always when you're creating an ordered pair, okay? You always put x before y. When you are finding a spot, you look for its x, which is its left and right, and then your y, which is the up and down. Anything you have in your first quadrant is always going to give you a positive. You'll have a positive number and a positive number because you can't have a negative in this quadrant. In your second quadrant, your x, well, is to the left of this, is always going to be negative. Your y can only be, if it's in this quadrant, it's going to be positive. Okay? Third quadrant, well, your x is first, and it's in your negative numbers. Your y is also negative. Your fourth quadrant, x first, x would be positive, y negative. You will always have those combinations in those quadrants. So if you're ever given a positive, you always know it's going to be put in the first quadrant. If you're given a negative number and a negative number, it's always going to be put in your third quadrant. Okay? So it's kind of just, if you're ever given a question like that, if you have a negative ordered pair, what quadrant's it going to be, and they don't even give you a plane system to look at, you should just be able to know, oh, that's going to be in 3. All right? I know I'm going kind of fast because I don't want to keep you here for an hour. You can always rewatch this video. All right. I'm going to go ahead and erase all of this. Now that we've talked about this, and we're going to go ahead and practice with our actual grid here. I wish I had a bigger eraser. They're all at school. Boo. While I'm erasing, why don't I drop you guys an Easter egg? I'm going to drop the Easter egg of the answer to this question will be the Easter egg. If you have an ordered pair in quadrant 1, it will be what? Will it be negative, positive, negative, negative, positive? Your answer to this question will be the answer to the Easter egg. If you have an ordered pair in quadrant 1, which is that top right, will they be negatives, positives, or what? So you have to tell me in a message what that Easter egg is, okay? All right. we go. I have this. I'm going to go ahead and put some dots on here. Okay, I put 3 dots. We're going to go ahead and find where these 3 dots are. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see if I can scroll in a little bit. I can a little. Okay. I don't have any numbers on here, but that is okay. I don't need numbers because I have lines. All right? This, again, is always going to be X, this, Y, and I'm going to call this number 1, number 2, and number 3. Because usually when you have multiple spots on a plane system, you are going to be given numbers. What are the coordinates of number 1? Well, let's find out the coordinates of number 1. Here's number 1. First, we have to start with what? X. So number 1, number 2, number 3. I can probably make this a tad bit bigger. Yes, okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? 1, start with X. We have to go left and right. So here it is right here. If you need to draw that line, bringing it down, that's okay. You can do that. And let's count over. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. That's its X coordinate. Now let's find its Y. Up and down. Going up, because here's the point of origin, is going to be positive. So positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I have -6, 6. 2, got 2. Starting with X, left and right. It's to the right of the origin, so it's going to be a positive number. 1, 2. All right, and then Y, up and down. Again, it's above the point of origin, so it's going to be positive. 1, 2. Okay? Point 3, which is right here. Left and right first on the X. If I need to draw a line, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now, up and down. If I need to draw a line, that's fine. It's below the point of origin, so that means it's going to be a negative. 1, 2, 3. -3. So there are the coordinates, or the locations, the ordered pairs that go with these 3 points. All right? You can do this the opposite way as well. What if I gave you a location and you had to, what we call, plot? Okay? Sorry guys, I'm working with what I got. I don't have as big as of a whiteboard as I do at school. So what if I gave you the ordered pair -4, +3? And yes, it will be in these parentheses, okay? -4. Well, what's first, X or Y? X, yes. X is horizontal, left and right. So I have to find -4. Well, if this is 0, 0, where's -4? 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't put a plot yet. I don't put a dot yet because I still have to find Y. Y to the sky. This is a +3, so I have to go up. 1, 2, 3. Right there. This is your dot. This is your point. -4, 3. It's not that hard. Really isn't. Okay? All right, let's see if there's anything else I wanted to mention. Just to review, again, this horizontal line is called your x-axis. I did not say the word axis earlier. I should have. This vertical line is your y axis. What's the spot where they both intersect? Point of origin, okay, or just origin. Its coordinates right here would be 0, 0. So if you are ever given an ordered pair 0, 0, that is directly at the intersecting points for the origin. All right? Infinite numbers. These can go on forever. Quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's about it. It's not that hard. You guys should have done some of this back in 4th grade. Probably even a little tiny bit in 3rd grade, just playing around with it. Most of this should be review, but I do understand that we take it a little bit further than what you've probably done before. Sometimes they may give you different points and tell you to connect the points, and then you would just take from the first one you do to the second to the third. So if they give you a list of 4, you plot it, you would plot the second one, take a ruler, connect those 2. Then connect the second to the third and keep going. And they'll often have you do that when you start doing, starting to find area and things for different shapes. You'll have coordinate planes that you do that on. So always start with your first point on the list, connect it to the second point on the list, and so on and so forth, okay? Very important. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed our little video on the Cartesian coordinate plane system. Hopefully it's all mostly review. If you guys get stuck on any of the work, shoot me a message. You guys know how to get a hold of me throughout the day. I can help you through this. It's really, really not hard, especially if you guys go ahead and do the video or the assignment on MobyMax. It's really self-explanatory. I mean, they basically go over everything I just went over with you as well. I'm going to give you a copy of the notes. I'm giving you everything you need to basically breeze through this assignment. So just make sure you're taking the time to watch these videos, look at the notes I send. Don't just click through, actually listen to what those step-by-step things are telling you on MobyMax, and you guys should be great, okay? I miss you. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you guys had a great Easter yesterday. All right, bye.